Okay, we are from second group and we would like to present about learning word and grammar. And our member group are Herwin Tri Ananda, Imart Ayu Anindya, and Intan Nurdiyanti Safitri. This is table of content of our presentation. Number 1 is definition of vocabulary. Number 2, the role of vocabulary in teaching young learner. Number 3, common problem in learning vocabulary. Number 4, general solution in learning vocabulary. 5. Definition of grammar. 6. The role of grammar in teaching young learners. 7. Using game in teaching grammar. And the last, number 8, advantage and disadvantage of games in teaching grammar. Okay. Number 1 is definition of vocabulary. Vocabulary is generally considered as the basic component in a language, including in English. Because vocabulary is an important component that support understanding of a four skill in learning English. And in arranging a sentence, young learners must have known number of vocabularies to construct the sentence. When it have vocabulary, a various vocabulary, young learners no more trouble in communication or academic. And then the more diverse, creative, and effective teaching strategies the teacher in the English classroom employs, the richer the student language become. It means that more children understand about the vocabulary, it will simplify the learning process. And then the second discussion about the role of vocabulary in teaching young learners. Number 1. Make students understand the meaning of the text broadly. Number 2. They can tolerate a small number of unknown words in the text without any disturbance of understanding. Number 3. Students' academic understanding will increase. Number 4. Improve their motivation in learning English. Thank you.
Okay, I'm here. I want to explain about common problem in learning vocabulary. Number 1 is problematic in remembering the large amount of vocabulary. Learning vocabulary is one of difficult learning activity. It occurs because the young learners are often asked by the teacher to remember vocabularies. It can be seen with the method which is ordered by the teacher, such a word list. The young learners are asked to list the words which are found around them. After listing the word, they are asked to remember those words. And the second number is problematic in meaning words context. For instance, in differentiating two words overlapping in meaning, make and do are case in the point you make a cup coffee and you do your homework. Both sentences have opposite meaning. Make is used for creating or producing something, whereas do is used for action. The third number is problematic in homophone. The type of phenomena is called homophone, according to Pixman et al. Homophones are pairs of words that sound the same but are spelled differently. Example, mate. Okay, the next is general solution in learning vocabulary. Number 1 is read, and read. As you need read and uncover new words, try to work out the meaning from the sentence as well as from looking up the definition in a dictionary. Write down new words, your vocabulary will skyrocket. And the second number is keep a dictionary and thesaurus handy. A good quality dictionary is 100 times better than Google Translate. Next, go to the thesaurus and find similar words and prasa and their opposites, synonyms and antonym. And the third number is build your own dictionary. It's a very good idea to write down the new words you discover. Just by writing them down, you will start to reduce the words when you read. And the fourth number, learn a word a day. Using a word a day calendar, a website, or develop your own list of words to learn. This is a great technique many people use to learn new words. Don't feel you must learn a new word every day. And the fifth number is play some games. Word games, the challenge you and help you discover new meaning and new words are a great tool for expanding your vocabulary. Examples include crossword puzzles, anagrams, word jumble, Scrabble, and Bugle. And the last number is sixth number. Adjust in conversation. Simple talking with other people can help you learn, discover new words. As with reading, once you hear a new word, remember to jot it down so that you can study it later, and then slowly add the new word to your vocabulary.
Okay, for the next discussion, it talk about the definition of grammar. Grammar is the set of rules that describe the structure of a language and control the way that sentences are formed. Some people could say that grammar is not very important because they may speak without following any grammar rules and only with the use of vocabulary. But in fact, learning grammar is really important to achieve higher levels of the language. Next, the role of grammar in teaching young learners. Young children are wonderful at absorbing new language. Therefore, the role of grammar is to maximize in absorbing new language for children. And also, it is necessary to have lots of opportunities and chance to use the new language in their real life. And the last one is they should feel that they can use what they have been learned for everyday communication. Jadi, untuk memberikan pemahaman kepada siswa bahwa grammar tidak hanya dipelajari secara teori saja di dalam kelas, tetapi apa yang sudah dipelajari dari grammar itu bisa diaplikasikan, digunakan ketika berkomunikasi dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. And then, using game in teaching grammar. Games are definitely the most natural way of learning something, especially for children. Playing is the most effective method for children. Through playing, they join with their natural environment. They can understand many principles of how things work, and it is easy for them to remember something. But remember, when the teacher decided to using game in teaching grammar for young learner, the teacher must decide whether the level of the game fits with students' language level. If a game is suitable for learner level so that the grammatical knowledge can be used easily as they are playing the game. There are many grammar games that can be used by the teacher to teach young learner in teaching grammar. For example, like this one, grammar dice. Students make sentence based on what they roll on the dice. Jadi ini seperti ular tangga. Dimulai dari sini misalnya misalkan materinya past simple dengan regular verb. Dia melemparkan dadu, kemudian dia mendapatkan titik berapa, misalkan 3. 3 berarti dia 1, 2, 3. Dia berhenti di kata clean, kemudian Bentuk past dari clean itu apa? Cleaned. And then student make sentence based on what they roll on the dice. Jadi dia berhenti di kata clean, berarti dia harus membuat kalimat dari kata clean, atau bisa juga dengan membuat cerita seperti ini, tidak hanya berupa kata-kata atau vocabulary tapi berupa cerita. Misalkan seperti ini, dia berhenti di angka 3, berarti ini perintahnya describe your evening, what time did you go to bed, seperti itu. Atau bisa diganti dengan yang lainnya, tidak hanya simple past, bisa juga simple present dan lain sebagainya. The next one, pronoun page craft. Jadi di sini untuk mengenalkan pronoun. It itu untuk pensil, untuk benda, untuk lainnya. He itu untuk laki-laki bernama Travis. She itu untuk perempuan bernama Edith. They itu untuk mereka. We untuk kita. Atau bisa diganti is MR, berarti it is. He di sini is. She di sini is. They di sini are. We di sini are. Terserah sesuai dengan materi yang akan disampaikan. Kemudian grammar spinner. Students make sentence based on what they spin. Jadi di sini siswa belajar grammar dengan menggunakan spinner. Ada 2 spinner. Yang pertama ada macam-macam benda, kemudian ini ada to be is MR. Mereka mencocokkan ketika jarumnya berhenti di benda mana, kemudian dicocokkan dengan yang ini. Misalkan ini memutar flowers, terus berhentinya di were, itu cocok. Flowers were, the flowers were beautiful, itu cocok. Kemudian yang ini bergantian, dia mendapatkan music, terus kemudian yang satunya berhenti di kata are. Oh ternyata ini tidak match karena ini bentuknya singular bukan plural. The last discussion, it talk about advantages and disadvantages of games in teaching grammar. The first one is the advantages. It creates competitive spirit. Regular grammar games may inspire students to study more regularly in hopes of gaining an advantage in a later game. Make sure your games have a material reward, such as small candy bar or extra credit. And then, assessing verbal grammar knowledge. Verbal grammar games help you understand the verbal grammar skills of each of your students while they have fun. And then it creates communication. Team-based grammar games force your student to communicate with one another. The discussion and repetition of these rules may help students remember them more effectively than rote memorization. And the last one is real-world practice. Memorizing grammar rules is important, but it doesn't give students real-world experience in using grammar. Grammar games make your student use their grammar in a real-world context. Using these rules in context can help them strengthen their understanding of grammar rules. While the disadvantages is that some games are just time filler. It means that they don't involve specific skills, sub-skills, grammar point, and etc. to practice or learn with them. So, if the teacher decided to use game in teaching grammar, especially for young learner, therefore the teachers need to choose carefully which game they're going to use in class. That's all about our presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention. We are from the second group. Say goodbye and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.